There has been a lot of talk in regards to how, obviously Hunter Renfrow just signed a two-year, $32 million extension with the Raiders earlier this week. And yes, immediately after that, there were obviously reports of Darren Waller now being next in line for the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, I need to be abundantly clear about something. Obviously, I'm ecstatic that they re-signed a guy like Hunter Renfrow, a guy that really had a solid year last year. You bring in Devontae Adams to really help out that wide receiver room. But as it pertains to Darren Waller, specifically with the reports saying that they're going to prioritize a deal with Darren Waller, if I'm not mistaken, this man should have been a priority from day one. Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I know that there's a lot that goes into contract talks. I know that Darren Waller did miss some times last year, did miss some time with some injuries last year, But the last time I checked, Darren Waller has been one of the few bright spots other than Derek Carr, and Josh Jacobs on this roster. Like, I know that you guys had Henry Ruggs. Prayers for everyone involved in that situation. But overall, like, just top to bottom, Darren Waller was one of the very few bright spots on this roster. And it's one of those things you're like, okay, well, as you take a look out at it, you're like, this actually really needs to stay in place. Like, you need to keep a guy like Darren Waller as a security blanket, as a guy that you can throw the football to in the red zone. Absolutely. I mean, if you take a look here, obviously ever since 2019, Darren Waller has been a key component of this Raiders offense. So, we're talking about a guy that had back-to-back 1,100-yard receiving seasons, also had 100 reception season in 2020. So, and last year, again, I know he missed some time last year, but although finished the year with 55 catches for 665 yards and 2 touchdowns. So don't get me wrong. I completely understand that this is just the business portion of it. But in my opinion, Darren Waller should have been a major priority throughout this entire time. Like, I get it. At the same time, you got a guy, you're looking at a guy that's 29 years old. You want to make sure you get the most out of him. But at the same time, he does not have a lot of tread on the tires. Like, he has been, for being serious, there's been 3 years in which he's had serious starting action and serious starting attention from NFL teams. So he hasn't taken a ton of hits, but I know it's also rough taking those hits as a tight end, as a running back, as a wide receiver. But he's got the frame to be able to I think at least play another 5 or 7 years. Like, he's honestly got probably at least 4. We'll say at least 4 good more years left in him. And he's one of those guys that honestly, again, just these last 3 seasons you've really seen his workload increase. And I think that's huge. I think if you're going to continue to bring back guys that are big parts of your offense, you need to make sure that you are bringing back guys like Darren Waller. And he's so much more than just a guy that has gotten the ball a lot over the last couple of years. He is a guy that sets the tone for that offense. He's a security blanket for Derek Carr. I know you brought in Devontae Adams. You brought back Hunter Renfrow. You got Josh Jacobs in the backfield still. You're wondering what that offensive line is going to do. But if I'm not mistaken, I just really feel like Darren Waller should have been taken care of right now. And yes, of course, he definitely needs to be a priority as the Las Vegas Raiders move forward with what they're trying to do and continue to build this offense and keep it together. It's one thing to build the offense. It's another thing to extend everybody, get everybody on the same page, and keep the players there. That's such a big part of today's NFL. I think that's what made the Chiefs, has made the Chiefs so successful over the last couple of years. You talk about, honestly, it's one of those things where Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill over the last couple of seasons with Patrick Mahomes, and they had some really good wide receivers 3s in there, like, with DeMarcus Robinson, who's now with the Raiders, even Byron Pringle, all those guys, Mecole Hardman, all those guys. Now it's coming down to the fact that it really is a game of weapons in this stage. If you can keep guys together, if you can keep offenses and teams together, man, your team can be tough. And I think that's the case for the Raiders. But I really think that Darren Waller, of course, he needs to be a priority right now because he has been there since pretty much day one for Derek Carr since 2019, has been a big part of this offense, and he needs to be a priority. He needs to sign a multi-year extension with the Raiders and be a part of this offense for many years to come. But let us know what you guys think. Darren Waller should have been a priority this entire time for the Las Vegas Raiders. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome, and we love every single one of you. In the description but down below, you'll find all of our social media platforms, so give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, make sure you guys send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com, or we'll put it in the comment section, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about how Darren Waller should have already been a priority for the Las Vegas Raiders.